from where we left off. So we have indicated the importance of data, but also we've indicated why data why we keep losing data. The data is oil, artificial intelligence is a new electricity, but a laptop is stolen every 43 seconds. And when that happens, a person will tell you that my problem is not even with the laptop, my problem is with the data. So here's the fact. The facts are these, that people are using data, they are not even aware they are using data. You take a phone, you take a picture, okay? Once you take the picture, you are taking data. You take a video. Once you take the video, you've taken data, okay? Somebody sends you a picture, somebody sends you a video, somebody sends you, you are dealing with data all the time. And data is increasing at a phenomenal rate. You know, Netflix is generating a lot of pentillions of data every day. So that is the first thing that is happening. Data is growing at a phenomenal rate. The second thing that is happening is that so many people are using the mobile phone and generating money. Are you aware? Are you aware that if you have a mobile phone, you should be earning at least $1,000? Are you aware? Well, let me tell you some secret, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a phone right now, a smartphone, and you are not earning $1,000 every month at least, it means that you lack the requisite knowledge to navigate around the digital world. It means that you need a mentor. And I'll tell you why. Gotbackup guides you to be able to do this. Let me show you something. Right now, so many people, especially 62% of the Generation Z, are making income through side businesses from their phone. There's a gentleman known as Glass in Kenny Jonas. He's making over thousands of dollars every single month for using his phone and doing videos, sometimes even insulting presidents and kings and chiefs. Okay. There are people who are generating income. The Juju people are on social media. The Malam are on social media. Bad things people are doing on social media. No wonder the pastors and the priests are going on social media. And you are not a juju person. You have value in you. Now, you just don't know that your value you have, you can monetize it. We teach you on that. I'll give you an example. You're a housewife, and you believe that because you're a housewife, you are not unemployed. You are a liar. As a housewife, you are a fully employed woman. Why? Because you have a unique value inside of you. You possess knowledge, patience, love, the ability to multitask. Why don't you, under the auspices of a mentor, put the camera in front of you, record once every week what a housewife involves, what is entailed within being a housewife? That is called value. That value will command its own return. If you like, just go to Google Drive, just go to YouTube and just type, cleaner, housewife, lawyer, teacher. You will see so many people who have brought their value to the marketplace. And you don't know it until you have been mentored to know it. For example, you are a teacher. You teach mathematics. You have only been teaching that mathematics in the classroom, forgetting that that same value can be brought onto the social media. You don't need to do it with the intention of making money, but we will teach you in a way that the world will gravitate towards you. You will brand yourself in a unique, valuable sense. This is called unique value proposition, and so many people are making thousands of dollars from it. And that is why Gotbackup is here, to leverage on all of these trends. Being part of the Gotbackup family allows you to take advantage of your advantages, and you will have the opportunity not only to affect yourself, but to affect several people. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a little bit into details of what this whole organization is about. Gotbackup is now in 140 countries right now. What did they do? Well, you might know about Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive, iDrive, WeTransfer, iCloud. All of these are cloud storage departments. They help to protect your digital life, company's digital life, individual digital life. But the advantage Gotbackup has over them is about 15 advantages. And I'm going to share some of them with you. Number one, if you take Gotbackup, iCloud will charge you $360 every year for 6 terabytes for 6 users. So if you are on iCloud, right now, majority of people are on iCloud, they are using just the 5 gig, isn't it? Many people are also on Google Drive using just the 15 gigabyte, the free space. But you would agree with me that from time to time, you have to delete some of the things. And why do you delete them? Because you think they are not important? Well, they were always important until your memory storage, their storage started getting full. It's because you might not want to upgrade because of the cost. It's too expensive. You see, what iCloud charges as $360 a year, Gotbackup charges at $99.97 a year. Google Drive charges over $216 every year for just one user, which means for 6 users, you're paying over $1,000 a year. And yet Gotbackup charges only $99.97 a year. My point is, Gotbackup is cheaper, even though it gives the same value or even more value than the competition. And that is not the main thing. There is even more to this. You see, if you take iCloud, it is purely endemic to iPhone users. Are you aware of that? Purely for iPhone users. So if you don't have an iPhone, you cannot have an iCloud. Google Drive also appears to be for Android users. Well, here is my phone I have here. This phone is an Android phone. I have Gotbackup on it, okay? I want to show you something that might blow your mind. So ladies and gentlemen, if you look at my phone here, I have Gotbackup on my phone. As you can see, it is those 2 blue ones. On this Gotbackup, I can click on it and everything that I have on my system will show here. Everything I have on my iPhone is here. Everything I have on my iCloud, I can have it here. So instead of having it on the iCloud, I can have it on my Gotbackup. Instead of having it on Google Drive, I can have it on mine. So suppose I have a MacBook, and I do have a MacBook. Everything from the MacBook has been cloned or backed up into this Gotbackup. And everything I have on my Windows has been backed up here as well. Now, everything I have on my iPhone and my Android phone, both of them are here. I can have as many as 1 million smartphones all here. Now, suppose I lose this machine, and I lose this phone, and I lose my laptop, and I lose everything. I can take your phone, and I can get everything back of my items on your phone, just using my username and password. Is that not incredible? You can't do that with iPhone. You can't do that with the other ones. So Gotbackup is universal. That's the point. It is a universal system. It doesn't matter the operating system. You can use it. You can also have 6 accounts to use, and it gives you 6 terabytes, not 2 terabytes like Dropbox will give you. It will give you 6 terabytes of space. But there is more. You see, it is so secure because security is very important. Right now, in the world of data cloud storage, data security is at the highest when your security system is 256 military-grade encryption. Amazon has 256 military-grade encryption. Google has 256 military-grade. That is advanced standard system, advanced standard system. And this is patented as well. This is the same security that the CIA or the military uses to safeguard their data. Your data is encrypted and protected at the same time. Even moving data, moving files are encrypted with SLS. And Gotbackup is the same thing. It has the same advanced encryption standard, 256 military-grade encryption, just like that. In short, it is highly secured. Your data is only known to you. By the way, 256 means that you have 256 digits, numbers. You need those numbers in the right sequence before you can hack into the system. 128 has never been hacked or cracked before in the world. 256 is impossible to crack. And that is why I believe in, as a data cloud computing professor, I know how powerful this is for companies. Now, there's another thing. The data center is in a 10,000 square feet data center in the USA, in Texas. High fiber optic center is in Texas. It is PCI compliant, which means that the organization has been endorsed by the Federal Trade Commission to accept credit card and debit card, just like Amazon or eBay is allowed to accept credit cards and debit cards. So everything is highly secure. But there's more. If you have your members of your organization, your clients, your customers, the people you work with, okay, a lot of them, you can use the email system in Gotbackup to send bulk email to all of them at a go. You can send an email to 10,000 people at one go. Everybody will get that email around the same time. And guess what? The email is also personalized. So each person will get the email as if it was personally sent to him. So you will receive the email as Dear Dr. Edward, Dear Francis Kwadwo, Dear Josephine. Everyone will get an email with his own name, and that makes it very personal. I teach students, and these students will go ahead and set up email systems like this for companies, and they will charge them $20,000, $30,000. Some will even charge $50,000. And yet you have all of this in Gotbackup for free. Well, it's not free. It is free for those that have become members of the Gotbackup family. You can even automate some of the emails and say that I want this email to go to all my people on Monday, 7 o'clock. And every Monday, 7 a.m., everybody will get that message. And you can forget it for 20 years. The email will be leaving every Monday. You can say that I want this other email to go to the people only on December 24th. And on December 24th, everybody will get that message. You can automate multiple emails. It's like you have your secretary in your room. All these at the cost of $99.97 in addition to that 6 terabytes of cloud space. But there is more. Right now, Dropbox does not pay you. Google Drive doesn't pay you. iCloud doesn't pay you. You know, and iCloud doesn't pay you. See, so yes, Netflix doesn't even pay you. And yet people are paying about $10 every time. Gotbackup right now is the only cloud storage in the world that pays you. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to share right now has nothing to do with the service. What I'm about to share right now is not by force. It is for those that want to make some very good income for themselves whilst using the service. You can only use the service without being part of the project I'm going to tell you about. But believe me or not, the project can pay you way more than your salary, way more than 10 times your salary if you pay attention to it. However, it's not compulsory. So at this stage, if you're not interested in making some good income, you can leave us. You've gotten the beautiful benefit. Or you can wait whilst I also share the other benefits of Gotbackup aside the income, which I'll talk about later. But for now, let me tell you how you can earn money from using the Gotbackup service. Your goal is not to sell. Your goal is not to educate people. Your goal is to do what I'm about to tell you. If you do that consistently, you will be tempted to fire your boss. But first, why would a person want to be part of this project anyway? Well, the thing is that you can't depend on your salary alone. Check the world. So many people have lost their job. COVID-19 disrupted the global industry. You cannot depend on a salary, or even if you have a business, you can't depend on one business. The way the world is going, you need to have multiple things to be doing. Else dark times can slap you. That moment can slap you left, right, and center. I have seen people who are doctors, lawyers, engineers, you know, the so-called pilot, people of a higher repute, broke and broken because they relied solely on just their job. Don't do that, because your employer will never pay you more than your pay grade. In fact, if you work more than your boss, do you think you will earn more than your boss? Unless he's dead, but he's not dying this year or next 10 years. So it means that you got to do something now to liberate yourself. There are some people, when someone dies in their family, they want to die on top of them because there is no income at all to even bury the dead body. That is why, even though we are living well, God willing, we still decide to humble ourselves and have business. See, ladies and gentlemen, the businessmen and women are the movers and shakers of the economy, two of us. Two of us. Kwame Despite is not a professor. Coco King is not a doctor. Kennedy Japan is not a professor. Dangote is not a professor. In fact, Bill Gates is Harvard's most successful dropout. No first degree. And yet his income is more than Ghana and Nigeria's GDP. My point is that have a backup until the dark times happen. Dig your well until you are thirsty. Before you are even thirsty, dig your well. So how can you become part of the Gotbackup? Well, the first thing to do is to get a service. Install the Gotbackup on your phone, on your laptop, on your iPad. Install it and make sure that you have set it to automatically back up everything. That's the first thing. Second, make a list of all the friends, families, co-workers, acquaintances, enemies you have. Everyone. Those you know, those you don't know, even adding strangers to it later. Tell the person you have good news for them. The person will ask you, what is the good news? In the beginning of your project cycle, yours is not to be educating the person because you are beginning. You don't have the full details. You have not grounded yourself. You don't have the full knowledge yet. You are learning, and we train you every day on how to learn. But until then, yours is to tell the person that you have experts, doctors, lawyers, professors who will explain what the good news is about. Please bring the person to us. We will educate the person for you. Every single Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every day, we have experts who will be educating your public for you. And that is how it works. We will educate the person. The person has a choice to just get a service. He also has a choice to get a service plus the project. Now, what happens to you when the person does that? This is what will happen. You will earn 7 different incomes. The first income, you will earn it immediately within 3 seconds after the person has come on board. I'm going to explain just a few of these incomes. Some of the incomes are quite, interesting, and so we will not take much time to explain all. When you are part of us, you will see that we train you on how these incomes work. But let me talk about the fastest income one can earn within 3 seconds. How do you make that income? Well, the first thing you do is when we have spoken to the person and the person is happy and gets the Gotbackup service. Do you remember what the service is? The service is $99.97. So in the first year, the person gets the service. The person purchases the service at $99.97. The person purchases the service. You will get $49.97. That is half of the cost of the service instantly. This is the easiest, fastest, and the smallest income you can earn. Now, imagine that you decide that you will speak to at least 5 people and invite them. Every day you do that, and even just one of them coming on board, you will make $50 on each person. Imagine by the end of the month, you have just 20 people. That means you are earning $20,000 on just the customer acquisition bonus. Please remember, this is the immediate income, but eventually it is the smallest income. There's bigger incomes than this. But imagine you are getting even $1,000 from just these 20 people. That is significant. $1,000 converted to your local currency. If you are living in Ghana, that is about 16,000 cedis. That is more than the salary of the average professor in any university in Africa. That is significant. But there are more that you can earn. Okay, there are several other incomes that a person can earn. Now, the next kind of income you will earn, some of them will depend on your own effort. Some will also depend not on your effort at all. And the incomes you are going to earn now will be dependent on the level you have achieved in the organization. I want you to look on this corner here. The level you have achieved depends on how many people you have personally sponsored. So if you have sponsored one person, you are a bronze. If you have sponsored 50 people, you are a black diamond. Okay, so you can do more than even the black diamond. But let's assume that you sponsored 5 people. It means that you have become a gold, and you have to satisfy other criteria. Once you do that, you have become that. Wow, I'll talk about this later. But what do you get? What do you get apart from the customer acquisition bonus? You get cycles. The cycle income is an incredible income. There are 2 kinds of cycles, the tier 1 and the tier 2. The tier 1 is for those who are copper, silver, and gold. The tier 2 are for those who are platinum all the way up to black diamond. Now, watch this. These are all the incomes you're seeing here. Okay? On top here, this is tier 1. This is one of the incomes you get. Now, the good thing is that tier 2 is more than tier 1. And ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful news is that we are going to have a higher income in the tier 1. For those of you who earned tier 1 last month, your income is going to go up significantly, even double. Okay? So watch out. You are going to have an incredible tier 1 income next time coming. And that is very, very beautiful. Tier 2 is also going to go up significantly. So if you have tested tier 1 and tier 2, you are going to see it more in subsequent months coming. This income you can earn, and as the organization is growing, please note that this income doesn't depend even on your effort alone. And you will realize that it doesn't depend on your effort at all significantly. It depends on the effort of the entire world. So it's like you do your little part, the entire world does more, and you get paid. There is another income. And this income is known as cycle match. Please remember that I have not spoken about generational income. I have not spoken about dynamic compression. I have not spoken about rank pool, leadership pool, and others. I just want to talk about cycle match because it's a very significant income. The cycle match depends on the cycles here. So how do you get a cycle? A cycle is achieved when you have 6 people in your organization, maybe brought by yourself or not by yourself. As the moment you get, once you have 2 people on your large leg and you have 4 people on your large leg and 2 people on your small leg, that means you have created a cycle. So 2 plus 4 is 1 cycle. 4 plus 8 is 2 cycles. Okay. And when you get 8 plus 16, you've created another cycle. Okay? And the cycle. So anytime you have 6 people, which is 2 plus 4, 2 on one side, 4 on the other side, you have created cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3, and it keeps going like that. Now, how much is a cycle? A cycle is worth between an income of $2 up to $12. I want to repeat, a cycle is between $2 up to $12. Okay, and this is from the revenue of the company. And so let's assume that a cycle is $10. What that means is that if you have made 100 cycles, you are getting $1,000. That's what it means. If a cycle is $10 and you have made like 50 cycles, it means that every month you are going to get $500. And that is not the only income. You will also make cycle match. What is that? That is paid only to those who are sapphires and above. Sapphires. Who is a sapphire? A sapphire is someone who has 50 people in his organization. Not that you brought them all, but you may have brought only 10 of them, and then they also duplicated the process. Once you have 50 people, you are a sapphire. And as a sapphire, you will be making 25% on the income all your first generations are making. All the people you have personally sponsored, whatever they make in the cycle, you will get 25% of that. So let's take an example. Let's say that you have 10 people, each one is making $1,000, and you are a sapphire. You will get 25% of the $1,000 on each person, which is $250. You multiply the $250 by 10 people. That means every month you are getting $2,500. But if you are like me and you are a diamond, you know what that means? It means that you will not make 25%, you will rather make 100%. So let's still take the same 10 people. Each of these 10 people is earning $1,000. Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you can easily earn $1,000 if you want to. Now, if each of them is earning $1,000 and you are a diamond, it means that you will be earning 100% of the $1,000. 100% of $1,000 is $1,000. Then you multiply that by the 10 people. So you are going to make 10 times $1,000, which is going to be equal to $10,000 every month. Now that's crazy. If you have more than 10 people and each one of them is making that $1,000, that is huge. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I'm telling you this, I've done and exceeded this myself. Okay, currently I have a little over 100 people. Okay, and so that should tell you how significant one can actually gain for just that service. Remember, you are still enjoying the service, so that service is way better than the service you are getting from, say, iCloud in terms of storage capacity, in terms of the cost and all that. That is how Gotbackup works. Now, let me share something with you. I want to go back to my own system and show you how I have been able to do some of these things by working myself. Because you got to know, when you work yourself, it helps you to be able to achieve some of those things by yourself. So let me just go back to the system, okay, and then show you how you can see. So here is the global leaderboard. This is the whole world of Gotbackup. By the way, you might see that on the top right, my username is there. So that is my username. I've logged into my back office. I'm called Dr. KOA, and that's what you see there. I want to show you something in real life, in real time. These are the top 500 people in the world. If you scroll down, you will see all of them. There are people from all over the world. Okay, let me just show you the bottom. Okay, so these are the top 500. Some are from the US, UK, Canada, France, Australia. There are a lot of people from the US. Okay, you have one Ghanaian here from Africa, 475th person. You have people all over the world, okay, from Mexico, from Argentina, from South Africa, from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Australia, from Zimbabwe, all over the world. Okay, there are over 65,000 people in Gotbackup. But what I'm showing you is just the top 500. I want to show you something. If you check the top 10 people in Gotbackup, most of them are from which country? Look at it carefully. The top 10 people, most of them are from which country? There's no doubt they are from the United States. People in the United States are not joking with Gotbackup. United States is said to be the land of the dreams. And yet people have recognized, some of the people you see on the screens are already multi-millionaires. And yet they are taking the Gotbackup spirit very powerfully. And you can see that I have represented myself here as well in the global chat as the number 2, which means that you too can move yourself to get to the top 10 in the global leaderboard. Ladies and gentlemen, if I have been able to do this, it means that I have a system in place, I have a plan that can help you if you are willing to be part of this global move. You will touch lives. You will touch lives in a way that you can imagine. And you will get recognized all across the world because of the great things that you are doing. Now, what is happening? And I'll come back to this because I have several other things I want to show you here. Let me go back to the system, the PowerPoint, and then I'll come back here. These are the levels that one can achieve. You can become a bronze when you have just gotten 1 person, a copper, 2 persons, a silver, 4, gold 25, platinum 40, sapphire 50, emerald 100, ruby 400, diamond 600, double diamond 1,000, triple diamond 2,500, blue diamond 5,000, red diamond 7,500, black diamond 10,000. You can choose to get any one of them. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to type which one you think is worth your time. Which one is for you? Which one do you think is for you? Now, let me show you how one can be part of the Gotbackup. It is an incredible Incredible opportunity for a person today. Rose Amwatin is making that point. Sister said, can you share the business continuity and disaster recovery plan? Okay, so before I do that, let me share how one can be part of the Gotbackup. Please, I told you that it's not by force to be part of the project. So you can choose to be part of the project. In that case, you will pay $119.97 every year. You will pay $119.97 every year, and you will get both the service and the project. That money is nothing compared to what you will get. Let me tell you how many people you have to get this money back. Just 3 people. Once you get 3 people, you have made $150 already. So you have gotten back your $120 that you paid. So it's not anything big deal. But if you don't want to be part of the project, that's fine. You can just get a service. The service is still incredible. You have that beautiful emailing system. You have that 6 terabytes of cloud storage, unlimited capacity, and 6 users. It's still no-brainer. And you just pay $99.97 a year. Please remember, this is a year. This is not monthly. This is a year. That is cheap. And I know this for those of you who know others. Okay? And of course, if you want to make some income, then you have to take the $119.97. The extra $20 makes you a full member to enjoy full income. A whole year. A whole year. Okay, what other things do you get? There are several things you get even beyond money. And as far as I'm concerned, those things are even more powerful than income. For example, apart from getting your personalized referral link, your specialized tools, you also get personal development. Ladies and gentlemen, who you are is your nature. What you are becoming is your manifestation. A lot of people have gotten things, but they are not developed who they are. So many people don't even know what they are good at. Like they don't know their unique value. How can you be a lawyer and say I'm broke? How can you be a teacher and say I'm broke? It's inquirable. It's not possible. It's because you lack the proper development for you to be able to know how to navigate around a situation that you are going through. We help you. We train you to become an author. The word author comes from the word authority. We train you how to become an author, how to become an author and be an authority of a topic. For example, you are good in marriage counseling. You are good in coaching. You are good in medicine, but you have not come out with a book. You are good in investment. You are good in banking. You have not come up with a simple book. We train you on how to come out with a book and magnetize the conditions you seek. The personal development alone, people pay $10,000 for it. But by being part of the Gotbackup family, you get it for free. I charge people $5,000 every 6 months to train them, even before I became part of the Gotbackup. And yet you get these things for free by being part of the Gotbackup family. So the sort of learning you will have, that is more than a Harvard Business School approach of learning. See, ladies and gentlemen, school is general. Education is personal. Write that down. School is general. So school is just 14% of the total knowledge people get. I'm speaking because I have 5 degrees and I understand and I know how this is working. School does not teach you the practicality of life building, but mentorship does. You see, a mentor is someone who has grown through what you're about to grow through. He doesn't remove the steps, but fast tracks the process for you. Mentorship is the only legal shortcut to any achievement. And Gotbackup has multi-millionaire mentors who will guide you to navigate around situations in life. You will also have a build-up of community. You will meet people from 140 countries. You will leverage and cross-pollinate ideas with people across the world. All at the cost of what? $120 a year. No brainer. No brainer. And that is why I know. We have a service everyone needs. We have a project everyone can afford. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It's time. It's time for you to get up from where you are and thinking that you have to go to America or go to Canada or go to UK before you can make it in the world. It's a lie. The people that are in Gotbackup are paid in dollars. I am paid in dollars, significantly more than my salary. So you could get paid in dollars once you are not in a dollar country. It is time. It is time for you to move from mediocre to meteoric. It is time for you to go to places you only see in James Bond movies. It is time. You got to tell yourself that enough is enough. You two were created in the image of a creator whose creativity in his creation is creative. You deserve more. Everything God made is abundant. The sea is abundant. The land is abundant. You got to have some of the abundance of God. You have been given the right to live and affect the lives of many people. It is time. It is time for you, for your children to visit places they've always dreamt of, not only seen in movies. You know, sometimes when people, I have found out that nothing in life is worth it unless you take a risk. You know that? You will lose at some point in life. Whether you do this or you don't do this, you will lose at some point. You see, life is hard. It's got to be hard. Life is tough. But life is for human beings. Have you observed that even animals don't struggle to eat? They don't struggle. They don't suffer. They don't complain. They don't cry. They eat. They live. Animals. And human beings created in the image of God are struggling, complaining always. Why? It's because of Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. Lack of knowledge, my people. So once you have what we are giving is the knowledge. Once you have the requisite knowledge, you can navigate around every problem. Is Gotbackup risky? No. Everything is risky. I have a friend in Oxford. He says those who take risks make 2 mistakes. Those who don't take risks also make 2 mistakes. Life is risky. COVID-19 was risky, but you are alive today. You pull through. Or you are standing on the acre of diamonds. You got to plug through further. Pregnancy is hard. It's tough. It's difficult. The child can die. The woman can die on delivery. And yet women continue to give birth. Why? Because the chances you take, the risks you take, the faith you have, the people you meet, that is what's going to define who you really are. Because come hell or high water, challenges will come. But what makes you great is not the challenges, it's how you pull through the challenges. You will pass through your Red Sea in life before you can get to your promised land. Accept it. So do not expect things to be easy. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Without commitment, you will never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you will never finish. You know, right now, someone is praying to God, thanking God, praying that he will have the opportunity you have right now. Don't blow it. Don't blow it. Illness can affect you at any time. Look at yourself in the mirror, ladies and gentlemen. You are not getting any younger. You are not getting, anything can happen. Accident can happen. And the economy is going everywhere. In the US, in the UK, in Africa. There's election happening everywhere in the world. Have you observed that? Anything can happen. I have a friend in Poland. His brother was in Ukraine. Within one night, boom, bombed, blasted, gone, just like that. Anything can happen. How are you prepared? Where is your backup? As when people are running to the airport to take a flight back, where is your backup at that point in time? You know what? Sometimes we say, oh, it's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. But sometimes you never know until your dark times happen. Okay. When I go to the hospital, sometimes I see people, because of just $100, someone dies because his family cannot pay $125 for an emergency surgery to be done. Have a backup. Have a backup. Dark times can slap you. Dark moments can. Look at the jobs we do. On Monday morning, the heart attack rate rises by 35%. People are going to jobs they don't like. Why do you think people say, thank God it's Friday, but they don't say, thank God it's Monday? Because they are leaving the workplace. So naturally, people feel that the workplace is a tough place to be. It's hard there. Have a backup. If your backup is growing, you can hold on to that workplace environment. In this project, you are hedging against inflation. It's a business of the people, for the people, by the people. It doesn't matter your age, your education, your background, whether you speak English or not, whether you have low or high, it doesn't matter. Everyone, anywhere can do it. No experience. All you got to do is to have the will, the desire, and the want to make a difference in your life, the life of other people. Let me ask you this question before I show you certain things on the system. Do you think now is the best time to back up your data, your digital life right now, or you think 2030 is the best time? Do you think that now is the best time to develop yourself, build your inner value, submit the value to the marketplace, build connections across the world? Do you think now is the time, or you think that 2031 is the best time? Do you think now is the best time to make some extra income, or you think we should wait for 2038 to start? If you think it's now, then I want to share something with you. The word decide, it ends with the word side. Decide ends with the word side. It's just like suicide. It's just like homicide. It's just like genocide. The decision you're about to make today is about life and death. You see, these words carry life and death, life and death. You are about to make a decision of your life today. Whether you decide to do it or you decide not to do it is a decision. But the consequences of that decision will not be clear today. It will be clear later. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a doctor and a professor, and it doesn't matter whether you are whatever. You got to make a decision. There are some decisions in life that you can make that can affect your entire life, like what to do in a job, like what work you want to do. If you decide you want to be a teacher, that alone can affect your life in a way you can't imagine. The same way when you decide that you want to be a teacher and a lawyer. So their decisions are powerful. And so today you have a chance. Some people sometimes are afraid to take chances. You see, the word fear is an acronym. It stands for false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. Some people are afraid though. They're afraid to look at. For some people, everything is a scam. Everything is not real. Everything doesn't make sense. Because of the past experience, they think that everything is not correct. If you live like that, you are killing your future self, because the world is changing faster than ever before. What you got to do is to have an open mind. The word open mind is like a parachute. Once you open it, you can fly. Once you have the open mind, then you look at it and ask questions. That is what I did. And that is why I have become one of the leading figures of Gotbackup globally. You too can do that. You too can still do your work and do this. It doesn't matter. The problem is not about the money. If money is your issue, then you need this even more than me. If your reason for starting today is the money, then you need this, because it means you are broke. It means that you got to do whatever you can to get it started. If your issue is about time, then you have a lot of money. Okay? Time is a resource. Okay? All of us are busy, but once you can make time, a little of your time, even an hour a day on this, you will change the circumstances of your financial life and also the way you perceive life. If it is about doubt, ask questions. Ask the person who has invited you and let the person share your lot. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you something in the system. Okay, that might blow your mind away. So the organization is doing a September promotion. It's a kind of dashing money. They're dashing lots of income. And look at the top 10 people in the world again, just this September. And you can see that there are quite a number of Ghanaians, even in the top 10 in the world just for September. So it means that you too can be part of this incredible pathway. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a choice to make, a choice that can redefine the, you see, we have been programmed. Your first 12 years of your life, you have been programmed. Read the book called The Magic of Thinking Big. Read the book called The Alchemist, and read the book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Okay? All of them will help you to know that we have been programmed in the first 12 years of our lives. So much programmed that the only way to reprogram ourselves is by the principle of neuroplasticity, hypnotism, and the teleportation of the human mind. We teach this as well here for the members of Gotbackup. These are the achievers of Gotbackup this month, and these are the achievers of Gotbackup this week. Everything you will see Ghanaians, Africans featuring every step of the way. Now, how do you get Gotbackup into your system? This is how you do it. When you get to your welcome page, this is the welcome page. So the moment you log in with your username and password, so how do you register? The person who invited you here will give you a special link. Then you should have your credit card or debit card ready. Okay, that is how you will use to make the payment and become a full member. Okay, that's how you make your registration. Once you do that, it will take you to this welcome page. Once you are at this welcome page, what you should do is that you click on digital tools and choose Gotbackup here. Once you choose Gotbackup here, select use this tool. Select use this tool. I've just selected that. And it will take you here. The moment you select use this tool, it will bring you to this page that I'm about to show you. Once you get to this page, why is this taking a bit of time to show the page? Okay, let's see. So it will bring you to it's taking a bit of time to get it. Anyway, let me just go to another page. Okay, it will take you to all right. I think that is taking a bit of time because maybe some adjustment is ongoing, but it would have taken you to a page called where you have your backup system. I wanted to show you that my system is still loading. Okay, let me change this and see what would have shown me another thing. Oh, that is quite unfortunate. Anyway, so it will take you to a page and you have a video, and the video will explain how to download. Okay, that page would straight away move you to what is called, it will move you to your Play Store if you are using your Android phone, or it will move you to your Apple Market. Okay, and then you can download the app. Once you download the app, you enter the username and the password. Please remember that the username and the password should be alphanumeric and a symbol. The symbol can be a question mark, a hash symbol, okay? And then you should have a capital letter. Once you do that, it will now allow you to open the app, and you set it up, and then it will automatically back up all the things that you want to back up. I've seen so many of you asking some questions here, so please let me just go and address some of the questions that I'm in. Okay. So someone said, can you share the continuity? So the continuity is this. It's called sustainability. Have you observed that Google does not exist if there is no smartphone? Google will never exist if there is no laptop, if there is no smartphone. Full stop. The same way, Gotbackup will not exist if there is no laptop, there is no smartphone. Anyway, the thing has opened, so let me show you. So this is your Gotbackup cloud. So once you click the digital asset, it will bring you here. Okay, it will bring you, and as you can see, I have just used only 2%. 2%. I've used 99 gigabytes of space. Yeah, as you can see, just 99 gigabytes. So I have 98% free space. Oh my goodness. I can do unlimited. Even my great-grandchildren can come and continue. And now you can come down here and download onto your Windows, your laptop, or your MacBook, or you can go to the right side, click on Apple Store or Google Play, and you can download onto your smartphones. Now, if you want to add another person to your back office, let's say that you have a sister, you want to add your sister to also use for a portion of your space, you will click here, add additional person. That's why you click here, add additional person. Now, once you click the add additional person, let me clear that. You will now be allowed, let me just click that for you to see. Okay? You will now be allowed to enter a username you want to use. So let me say I want to use a username called KKKKK. Okay? Well, I will set it up and delete it, by the way. So this is what you do. Once you do that, you click add a new member. And the moment you do add a new member, this will happen, ladies and gentlemen. And a link will be created. Just watch. Okay? The link has already been created. It's down here. is down here. See, the KKK that I wrote is here. So I can choose copy and share. You can click copy and share. And once you click this copy and share, okay, you can send it to your person whom you want to use this portion of the space. You can send it to the person. Now watch what has happened. The moment I did that, my space, which was 6 terabytes, has been halved. It has been split into 2. So now my free space is almost 3 terabytes. So 3 terabytes has gone to my friend. So if my friend should click on this is what a friend is going to see. I'm going to show you something. Okay. If my friend should click on the link, so I'm going to put the link here, okay, and just show you what my friend will see. This is what my friend will see. My friend will now have a portion where he has to enter his username, his full name first, okay, his username, his password. So he will choose his own username and password, and then he will enter his email address. You don't have control over that. You have given him the space, but you don't have control over his system. He still has control over his own system. But if you don't like him, you can later delete him. How do you delete him? You can come back here. You see this plus symbol or time symbol, just click. And then it will ask you whether you want to delete this new person. You click delete, and then boom. When I delete, watch, the space will go back to 6 terabytes. Okay. The space will refresh and will go back to 6 terabytes. See, it has come here. Now we have 5.9 terabytes. So the space has gone back to 6 terabytes. The person is no longer there. So you can add multiple people to your system. Now, we train people. Sunday we are meeting. So once you become a member, please remember, and the earlier the best, the earlier the best. If you want to be part of this organization, do it. Just don't think. You see, normally the more you think, the more you're going to think negative. Just do it. Tell yourself, hey, I'll do it. Whatever will happen should happen. After all, what? What is $120? Yes, that's how you got to think. Because this is going to repay you back and back and back and forth. Within a year of using the service, you will get all of this income back. I have made over 100 times, what you could put in. You could put in. I have made over 100 times what I put in. And so you could do the same thing, even within the year. So that is not the issue. The issue is about your belief system. Your belief system. You got to believe that this is going to work. Of course, we will train you. We will guide you. We will support you. You don't even have to do the talking. We will educate your people for you. You just have to have the will and the desire to want to do this. Now, the organization has done some incredible things for us. Okay, we now have the opportunity to grow the cycles. And we have the opportunity now, for some of you who are not aware, when you log into your system, previously your system was suspended, isn't it? Because you have to add the extra $20. But now most of you can see that your system is no longer suspended. That is the good news. You are now being given a lot of time to be able to be able to now consolidate that idea of the extra $20. And then you can now do that from next year. So please, we have time. We want to make some good income first. Once you have made the income, that income will take care of that $20. So let's all make some good income. And how are we going to do that? Okay, I'm generating an AI system that will help everyone to be able to automatically grow your business by 50%. Oh la la. So please watch the space, okay, and be part of the momentum that is happening. For those of you who are not in the top 10 to take advantage of the people who are registering, please remember that most of the people in the top 10 have registered only 5. Only 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. Okay? You can beat them all and also see yourself on the leaderboard. Now, let me address some of the questions that have been put in the page here before we wrap up. Someone says that, so sustainability is that as long as the mobile phones are there and they are never going to go away, Gotbackup will be there. It's sustainable. That's the whole point. It's sustainable. It's cheap. The company is the only company on the planet that pays 75% revenue allocation. Take note, no other company in the world does that. For them to be able to pay 75% of the revenue allocation or the profit allocation should tell you that they have enough income to be able to sustain themselves. Someone says, can you make money transition using the Gotbackup? Yes, okay, you can. Don't worry, you can. Can you also display the pen test report, as we may ask by some serious-minded customers when we are trading to them? What is pen test report? Please remember, this is a corporation. It's not a limited liability company. They don't have the inalienable right to give you all their reports. It is for them. So we don't publicize, the organization's report unless you mean a different report regarding how many people are doing what and what. Okay, please speak to the person who has invited you. All right. Someone says that it's time to change your life. Someone says, can someone else share his screen to show it? Dr. K, I just recently enrolled $119. Due to the crunch on my time, I also paid a one-time lifetime payment. Oh, you shouldn't have. Okay, you shouldn't have. But don't worry, you've paid it because it offers some great benefits as well. Okay, for the system to assist in growing my business. That's fine. I need guidance on all of this. Well, the guidance is that you can't discuss the full guidance. The guidance is that it's going to help you get more people you don't even know are coming to your system. But you got to go to them and then communicate with them. It will give you more people. It will give you more people, but you got to talk with them and then get some of them on board. Okay? If you have several questions, I think you should speak to the one who registered you, and the person will connect you to me, and then I can address some of your questions for you. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question at all, this is the time you can slot in your question. Remember, you stand the chance. You are standing on your acre of diamonds. You too have been created in God's image. You too have a choice to make this happen. And please remember, no one is coming for you. No one. I mean, you know it. You've been waiting for years, waiting for manna to fall from heaven. The undeserved kindness of God is already scattered. He has blessed everybody. That John 3:16, he died for all. He didn't die for only Christians. He died for all. So you got to take advantage of your advantage. You got to fight. You saw his son fight. His son fought a very tedious battle and he won. You got to fight. You got to fight your own battle before you can win your own war. Life is war. Don't expect things to be easy. Broke-minded people want things to be easy. Wealthy-minded people want things to be hard. It's got to be hard because ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. If you want things to be easy for you, make things hard for you. Do the hard things. And you know something, as you do the hard things, they no longer become hard. They become enjoyable. I'm telling you, they become enjoyable. If you remain in the hardship of this, and you know something, some people are afraid, they find themselves too important because of what some people will say. Don't think about what people will say. Think about you, your life. I quite remember when I started this, somebody was telling me that, am I broke? I said, no, I'm not broke, but I know how the future is going. Prepare. Dark times can happen. Okay. And then once you are prepared, you can handle most of this thing. Anyway, someone says that, can I have your WhatsApp number? No, you can't have my WhatsApp number. Speak to the person who has invited you. Okay. Speak to your leader. I connect with leaders. Speak to your leader, and your leader will connect you to me. That is how I do things because I don't have you in my life. Okay, so you can email me. Okay, you can email me. I'll put my email in the chat there for you. Okay, so you can email me, but speak to the person, your leader. That is the best way you can address most of the things that you want to address. Okay, so someone says, I think the question on penetration test seeks to clarify the trustworthiness and security. Gotbackup is secured. If you want some security system, don't worry. There are videos on security. The CEO has made multiple videos on security. And let me see if I can just drop in my system here, one of the security for you, okay, so that you can watch it. So ladies and gentlemen, let me just help this guy, okay? He needs to just get something regarding the security. So let me just go here. If you got into your system and you go to extra promo, I just want to show you something about security so that you can watch. I want to believe that you are a registered member. If you're a registered member, then you don't have a problem. But if you're not a registered, this video is on security. This video here, okay, it's on security. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can share the sound. Okay, so this is the CEO of Gotbackup talking about security. Let me see if I can put the security video.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of Gotbackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. What we're going to do is we're going to take you on a tour of our server room.
Another security video is this one here. Okay. This video is a very powerful video.
In today's digital age, your data is your most valuable asset. That's why Gotbackup is your ultimate, all-in-one cloud backup service that prioritizes your security, offers an unbeatable value, and unlocks exciting opportunities.
Anyway, let me pause this. So that's related to the question of security. Yes, Dottie has given us a couple of answers. We have 256-bit military-grade encryption security. It's never been penetrated before. It's impossible. Not that it's never. It's impossible to penetrate the security system. Please take note. 128 has never been penetrated. How much more 256? So have confidence in what we have. Okay. So let's get to, if you have questions, you can talk to the person who gave you the link, and the person will address most of your question. All right. So Vidal, if you already know me, I don't need to give you my number. Then it means that you're already on my group page and you already see me. Otherwise, please speak to Bibiana. Bibiana will give you my number and then you can WhatsApp me. Okay, since you said I am already your team member. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a real pleasure having all of you. Remember that you are going to be great if you take Gotbackup. If you see Gotbackup as great, you'll be great. See, life is how you treat it. If you do small, you get small. If you do nothing, you get nothing. If you do plenty, you get plenty. If you do abundantly, you get abundantly. Have a wonderful weekend. And we are going to meet again tomorrow. There's going to be training, okay, by Chris and Tommy, okay, at 3 p.m. GMT or 2 p.m. GMT. It's going to be that training. And then on Sunday, we will be back on YouTube Live. Okay. This time I'll be doing it with the team. We'll be back on YouTube Live, where we discuss the intricacies of Gotbackup with multiple interviews. And possibly the CEO is going to be with us on that day. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a real pleasure having all of you in the middle of the thick forest, along the route where ancient travelers of the pre-vehicular era tragedy handled and charted their way to the victor. Remember to get your Gotbackup cap and Gotbackup t-shirt. You know, as I wear this all over the world, wherever I go, sometimes in the plane, I wear this. Then the air hostess will say, what is it about? Because once you see the top one and you see the down one, what is it about? I say, you brought yourself. This woman won't sit up. Okay, sit down. Why would you ask what is it about? Sometimes I'll corner them and baptize them in the sea of good Gotbackup. Okay? So get some of these things and wash yourself with them. It will drive people. You got to love this thing. You got to love it. When people see how you love it, they love it back. Okay? You got to be excited with what you have. Okay? And please speak to your leader. Your leader will tell you how to get a cap. And you can get this cap. It's so cheap. Okay? And then you can use it. Thank you very much indeed. Have a wonderful